since the cameras are already rolling, we're gonna talk about how extra America is. So, if you guys follow me on social media, you know that I recently got a cat. Adopt not shop, by the way. So today, before shooting this video, I went to PetSmart to buy food, and there were like 3 aisles of cat food. I'm like, why is this necessary? America, I know you love your pets, but cats only need to eat one thing. Like, what kind of, they're not humans, they don't need variety. Like, what the heck? Socialism needs to happen now. Like, capitalism, this is like too much. This is extra as fuck. And I spent like 20 minutes standing in the aisles because I didn't know which cat food to get. And so eventually I just went with the brand my cat already eats now. But this is not the only instance in which Americans are extra as fuck. And I'm sure after this video I'll find more complaints about how extra we are as a country, or as a society as well. Like in the store, I kept saying like, why America? Why? Like, and I was born in America, and I have these thoughts. So people, if they heard me, probably thought I was an immigrant. But yeah, growing up with immigrant parents like helps you realize how extra this country is. One example is our jobs in America. So my job was to advertise clothing, but in my point of view, this is a piece of clothing. Either you like it or you don't. Like, why do I need to add all this extra fluff describing it? My mom also talks about how in America we have these huge empty spaces that we use to hang pieces of art. Like, seriously, all this empty space can be used to house homeless people, yet they're housing pieces of art. The problem with our society is not having enough resources, it's how we allocate resources. Another thing I find extra about America is shower curtains. Like, you know those shower curtains that have the outer layer for decoration and then the inner layer for protection. So my dad and I, we always forget about the inner layer. So like when someone takes the inner layer out in order to clean the bathtub or do whatever, or when you're at a hotel and like they don't put the inner layer in for you, like, so we forget about it. And so like we get yelled at because we take a shower and then there's water all over the floor. I'm like, why isn't there just one shower curtain? Why does there need to be 2? And in my defense, like, I'm blind, well not blind, but I have very bad myopia. So when I'm showering, like, I take off my glasses, so I can't see anything. So I don't notice that there are 2 shower curtains sometimes. Why do we have to be extra and be fancy and be decorative? Just have one nice looking shower curtain. Why do you need 2? And the last example I have of Americans being super extra is from a cookbook called Thug Kitchen. So I made a dish. It was ravioli with tofu ricotta filling and marinara sauce. So marinara was fine, but the tofu ricotta tasted horrible because I guess I made my own dough too. But I wasted this whole package of perfectly good tofu on this shitty dish. And it was just something that I didn't need to have. Like, this book tries too much to replicate classic meat dishes. And so the whole premise of this book is, its subtitle is Thug Kitchen, Eat Like You Give a Fuck. And throughout the whole book, it includes profanities like that, like sentences with that sort of sentence structure or sort of rhetoric. It's like, cook the fucking piece of tofu or whatever. They're just kind of unnecessary, but that's their theme. If there's anyone outside of America watching this video and you guys have visited America, tell me in the comments below if you think America is extra.